down the ramp. That ramp is where the coaches, the buses that bring the teams into the stadium will come on a match day. They'll turn right, just before we did, and stop outside these doors. And this is where the players will get off their coach and come into the Millennium Stadium. So, as I said, you don't normally see this area, but it does give me a chance to show you that. And we've got some artefacts here from the Welsh Sports Hall of Fame. Again, we don't get to stop here, unfortunately, but again, it's another part of the stadium that we don't normally get to at all. So, count yourself in. We'll have to do a bit of a detour. Let's head this way. The way that the players will One little boy on a tour just before Christmas asked me, is it my favourite room because the showers are down there? Well, yes and no, I suppose. This is the changing room of the Welsh international team. So when Wales are playing at home or when the team come here to train in the stadium, this is actually the changing room they will use. On a match day, that first area will have all the weights machines, the exercise bikes, the mats and things like that for them just to get warmed up. Then they'll go outside onto the pitch, do some moves, just warm up out there before they come back in here to put on their jerseys. Actually, when the stadium opened, this was the visitors' changing room. And when Mr. Gatland took over as coach in 2008, he decided he preferred the shape of this room. It's a bit more open than the other room that we'll see later on. He can stand, or any coach can stand in one place and see all the players, and all the players can see him. You'll see in the other room, some of the players might be behind him or around a corner, for example. So in the last 7 or 8 years, this has been the home changing room. And you can imagine the atmosphere in here on a match day. It's very intense. Yeah, the tension. It's very busy in here as well.
Attention please, attention please. As a mark of respect for those who lost their lives and were injured, we invite the staff to observe a minute silence for the anniversary of the 7th of July attacks. Thank you very much.
So yeah, on a match day, this place is very, very busy. We're 31 people altogether. We can be a couple more. We're 31 people. You can imagine that there's more than that in here on a match day. And they're very big people as well. The room feels very full, very busy. And you can hear the noise of the crowd. What you can see happening is clearing out the stadium from after the Speedway event that was here last weekend. We had the Speedway Grand Prix taking place. So until yesterday we had the Speedway track around the stadium here. We're clearing that out, and over the next week we'll be laying a new grass pitch ready for our first rugby match of the season, which is on August the 8th, so we've got just a month to grow the whole new thing. You know what? Yeah, we'll just talk a little bit more. I'm going to tell you more later on, I think. You'll see all of this again later on. It might be a little bit quiet when we go on. But that's what's happening. Because we use the stadium for so many events, we have to change it very, very quickly so that we make best use of the stadium, so that there's always something happening here, bringing money into the stadium and also into the city as well. I'm not going to shout anymore, I'm going to let you take a couple of pictures. Changing room that I was telling you about earlier on. Nowadays this is the visitors changing room, but when the stadium opened this was the Welsh team's home changing room. And you can see what I mean now, that if I'm the coach and I'm talking to my team, some of them are going to be behind me or around the corner. The shape just isn't quite as good for addressing all your team as in the other room. You'll also see that this room just has a really different feel as well. It's decorated differently from the home team's changing room. However, some of you have noticed we have some Welsh jerseys hanging up here, and I think the shirt of Mr. Bale.
Adveron